It is a beautiful day for some DSA, and welcome back to the Cozy Club, my friends. I am officially back from my vacation, and boy, am I excited because we've got a lot of content to cover on this channel, a lot in the coming weeks. But we are going to start off, my friends, with the Sensational 6. Now, today, more specifically, we're going to be talking about the dynamic duo that is Daisy and Donald Duck. If you're looking for the goofy spotlight, I'll be doing that this Saturday. We'll be looking at his stats just a little bit, but mainly this is going to focus on a team and the new Ian and Barley being Donald and Daisy. Now, Cozy Club, when Daisy Duck got introduced to the game, was I jumping up and down with excitement? No. Was I gonna rush to farm her? Not really. Her abilities didn't look that good. However, my friends, Donald and Daisy Duck can definitely put up a fight against some meta teams, definitely Oceanic, Frozen, and Big Hero 6. And guys, this is before we have all the abilities upgraded, before we know all the synergies. As you guys know, we discovered Fred very late on this channel, so I'm excited to keep on testing them. However, I've got a lot to let you guys know from the testing that I've done, just how good these two are. Now, quickly before we start, I will be streaming on Twitch today with this dynamic duo, testing them out with different teams. So if you guys do want to come stop by, check the description down below, hit the follow button, and join the awesome Twitch community. And we've got about 11 days left in the Cozy Halloween costume contest, my friends. Can't wait to get this out to you guys. $100 in gems is going to go to the winner of the best Disney costume. Hold up the word cozy in a photo and put it in the Halloween costume contest Discord channel that I have, or the channel in my Discord channel. That's a lot of words, but put it in there. We'll be picking the best winners, giving them $100 of gems, guys. Let's get to it, and let's talk about Daisy and Donald Duck. Now, you can go ahead and see that Daisy Duck has 1,587 offense, defense being 345, definitely on the lower side. Health, 17,764, some solid health there. Now, her speed, my friends, is 125. That's absolutely lightning fast for today's meta, and you really need speed to compete with all of the fast teams and hero leads out there. Now, it is 111 before she hits that T7.5 upgrades. She gains a whopping 14 speed on those pieces. However, 125 is going to be an awesome base speed to throw a speed stone on and really get her going. Now, looking at Donald Duck, he's got some great stats too. We'll be getting to him later, but let's look at his stats now. He's going to have 1,271 offense. Don't worry about that. His passive really amps up that number. Defense at a staggering 642, which is going to get to some mind-boggling numbers with more of that passive we've been talking about. His health is some of the highest in the game at 24,112, and speed being a not so bad 112 speed. So Donald and Daisy have some great stats to work off of. So if you don't know already, these two duos are going to be protecting each other through counter attacks. If you thought attacking Gantu was getting old with all those pistol shots that Papa Gantu was throwing up, get ready, because you're going to be seeing loads and loads of counter attacks coming from both Daisy and Donald Duck. Now, one of my favorite hidden and not known interactions that I had the other day with Daisy and Donald Duck was I was going up against an Emperor Zurg, and he used Rapid Ion Blaster on my Donald Duck. Well, what happened next is Daisy proceeded to use counter over and over and over until she eliminated essentially Zurg. And on this video, you can see it happening here. Really cool mechanic, and it's like a super protection mode that each of both Daisy and Donald have. And you're going to be seeing just so many counters go throughout the battle, especially when they're hidden behind these tanks. We're in a just meta with so many AoEs, so that you continue to have Daisy and Donald getting hit, countering attacking, and then you've got Dash and Zurg with these multi-hitting attacks that are going to make them counter over and over and over. Now, looking at Daisy's basic high heals, you're going to have a potentially very strong basic here, hitting about 2,000 plus damage. And if Donald Duck gets hit and it's triggered that way, you're going to have a definite follow-up attack, hitting additional 2.1-ish damage, guys. So you should be seeing a lot of shoe smacking, high heel smacking from Daisy Duck. Now, before we get to her first ability, Showtime, something I want to go ahead and call out with the Sensational 6 heroes, guys, is that they're going to be a lot better on defense. Just like the Toy Story villains are great in Conquest, or you have Yokai great in Conquest, and now we've got Triton and Eric that are going to be good in raids. You're going to have Daisy Duck and the rest of the Sensational 6 be very good on defense, whether it be Sorcerer Tournament or within Conquest defensive teams. They're all going to have something that they do a little bit better when placed on defense, and I love that they have some different synergies coming within DSA. Now, looking at Daisy Duck's first ability, Showtime, guys, this is why I leveled them up to test them out so you don't have to. Guys, Showtime is going to be a definitely very niche but helpful ability, and if it's on the right characters, you actually get some kind of crazy interactions. You can see here I've got some taunts that have 3, even 4 up for some of these buff effects, and that's all because of Daisy Duck. Now, the reason I love Showtime is no matter if it's Sensational 6 or any other character in the game, they will be benefiting from this ability. Now, something you can see here is I've got Baymax behind me and I've got Elsa behind me, and as long as they are adjacent, they'll be getting attack up for up to 2 turns, and with this ability, Daisy is going to increase the helpful effects on these 2 adjacent heroes up to 2 of them by the duration of 1. Now, if they're on defense, that's going to be duration of 2. So you have characters with taunts like Baymax with that auto taunt that can have up to a 2 or even a 3 turn taunt to start off the battle, and that's without Daisy Duck's passive even triggering. In today's meta, you really need a 2-turn taunt to really soak up the damage that's coming in. A lot of the new takes that come out have 2-turn taunts, so this is a great way actually to increase the taunts on some of the older heroes, like let's say Maui, that has that 1-turn taunt, and if on defense can get pushed up to a 3-turn taunt. So definitely useful there and something you want to keep an eye out for. Now, if the increase in helpful effects is not enough and the attack up for 2 turns is not helpful enough, she also is going to be healing Donald Duck and herself if Donald is on the battlefield. Now, you usually use this within the first couple of turns, so that first healing you're not going to see much. But later on within the battle, this is really going to help keep you alive and can stack some massive healing both on Donald and Daisy Duck. Now, you do want Donald Duck to be with Daisy. Donald can be on his own, but Daisy really is going to rely on her husband. Now, is Donald her husband or boyfriend? Or they've got the last name Duck, but then you've got Gizmo Duck. Is that a weird love triangle? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below. Are they dating? Are they married? I'm not sure. But either way, you want to make sure if you have Daisy Duck on the field, go ahead and invest in Donald Duck. This is definitely one of those Ian and Barley situations where you want both of them, not just one of them, to really get the mass effectiveness off of both teams. Now let's go ahead and look at her second ability, that whatever Donald did to piss her off, I have had it. And this, my friends, is an absolutely great ability that Daisy's going to be using. And once we get to Donald here in just a second, you're going to see how the marriage of these 2 characters really start to form, and the synergy has some crazy interactions with Donald Duck. Now, this ability is going to be dealing about 3,000 damage on the main target plus adjacent allies, and in addition putting defense down on these heroes. Now, the best part, guys, is that if Donald Duck is on the field, he's going to be gaining empowered plus 30% speed turn meter. Now, why is this important, my friends? Well, empowered is one of my favorite buffs in the game. Mordu, Hades, a lot of these heroes are able to do a lot more with empowered on them, and Donald Duck easily is going to be getting the most bang out of the buck from empowered, and a lot of Donald's abilities will be consuming that empowered for other buffs, but Daisy Duck will be able to give her husband, boyfriend, whatever he is, empowered all over again. Now, she has some great abilities, but let's look and laser in on that passive, guys. Now, at first, again, this seemed okay and definitely helped with plug-and plays, but this is going to be great again for all heroes on the battlefield. They're going to have a 10% chance to increase any helpful buff on them up by 1 duration. Now, 10% doesn't seem like a lot. However, with all the helpful effects being Oprah Winfrey'd out to all of your allies, you're going to be having tons of helpful effects being boosted up, like Cobra Bubbles giving a ticket and having instantly 3 buffs jumping up there and really stacking up Donald's attack so that he can do more and more damage. Also, if they happen to be Sensational 6 or a Duck, they're going to have 2% more chance to activate this ability per ally that fits those 2 categories. So overall, Daisy Duck's got great synergy, not only with the Ducks in the Sensational 6, but she's going to have some great synergy with just about anyone, as helpful effects are very imperative to most teams in DSA. Now, a few last notes for the Sorcerer Stones, my friend. You want to put a Speed Stone on her. Really, nothing else makes sense. You can kind of put an Attack Stone if you want to go ahead and get more counter attacks. However, she's got lightning fast speed at 125, capitalize on that speed like we've talked about. And by the way, just quick shout out, if you guys want to see a new Sorcerer Stone updated guide, let me know. I'll put one together in a video. Let me know down in the comments below as well. Let's go ahead and jump in and look at her ability priority list. So with Daisy's ability priority list, you're going to start out with those alpha abilities and high heals and Showtime at level 2. I have had it is important to get up for that damage. High heals level 3 is going to be important to level up as well, because you're going to be having a lot of those counter attacks. You want to gain that. And as you get through those gear levels, you definitely want to level up that passive. But the first thing to focus on is the I have had it. Go ahead, make sure you give Donald Duck that 30% speed, turn meter boost, and empowered, as that really gets the engine starting to go. Guys, this is definitely a duo that you want all of their abilities to make the best out of them and get them working really well, kind of like Ian and Barley, like we've talked about before. Again, we're just getting started, my friends. Hang on, because we've got Donald Duck, which is an absolute unit of a character. I'm excited to place in tier these guys. I'll be having a new tier list coming out very soon as well, and we'll place them once I've got a little bit more time to plug and play with them and have all their abilities all the way maxed out. All right, my friends, now the main strategy with Donald Duck is you want to get him pissed off and empowered as quickly as possible. And a lot of his kit is going to help get that aggro going. But let's start off and look at his basic. You're going to be seeing his basic a lot, because each time Daisy Duck is hit, Donald's going to have a 35% chance to counterattack and assist. You guys are going to be seeing some big numbers, because if he crits or if he has empowered, like I said, he has a lot of offense multipliers and crit damage multipliers that are really going to stack up, and you're going to be seeing some massive damage out of Mr. Duck. And we're going to go a little bit backwards with Donald Duck, guys, because we're going to look at his passive first, as a lot of his kit is about getting empowered and getting enraged. Now, we looked at his basic and how that works, but how does Donald get enraged? Well, it's pretty easy, guys, and it happens very quickly. In fact, it can happen on the first play and first turn of the game. When Donald Duck or an allied Daisy Duck takes damage or receives a harmful effect, he's going to gain 1 charge. When Donald Duck gains 3 stacks of charge, he's going to lose all those charges and gain empowered. Donald Duck's not going to be able to gain charges while he's empowered, but what he will get is freaking 40% offense, 40% defense, 15% crit chance, and 30% crit power. Now, if that's not enough, he's going to have a 20% chance to counterattack when being dealt damage by an opponent. And when empowered is consumed, he will also be healing Daisy Duck, guys. Now, my friends, this seems like it could take a while, but let me go ahead and just show you guys some footage, or just give you an example here. If Honey Lemon throws her stun and intimidate on Daisy Duck, let's say to start the match, there you go. That's 3 harmful effects that are getting put on Daisy, and Donald Duck is going to get pissed off and empowered to start the battle, guys. This can happen really fast, and you've got a 40% offense, defense, high crit power Donald Duck ready to do some killing action and counterattack to his heart's delight. So now that you guys understand this empowered passive that Donald has, it goes back to his first ability. A lot of people are seeing this taunt on Donald, and they're kind of confused, like, what does he do exactly? Is he a tank? Is he an offense character? Well, in my opinion, he's definitely that Fred kind of Gantu offense tank. And the reason he's got this taunt actually is to grow that aggro. He's telling the enemy, hit me with those shots, give me a harmful effect, so that he can get himself empowered a lot faster. Now, Donald Duck does get shut down pretty quickly if he has silence on him, so you want to carry Wand or have Baymax on your team to make sure that you can cleanse and get rid of that. But outside of that, what's the big deal is going to go ahead and give Donald taunt for 1 turn, defense up for 2 turns, and he'll gain counterattack. Now, if he happens to be empowered, like we said, Daisy's already has 3 harmful effects. He's going to get crit immunity for 2 turns, offense up, and then he'll get rid of that empowered. If he's on defense, that defense up is going to be a bit more, and he'll gain an additional counter attack, guys. So you're kind of setting himself up. He's going to be charging up, using that empowered, giving himself a crap ton of buffs, and having the enemy hit him or empowered. Now, this is typically going to be turn 1 that you're going to want to use this, get the taunt out on the field. And then, my friends, this is what I love. Just like Daisy Duck, his second ability, the last straw, is going to be on a cooldown when you start the battle. However, for good reason, this ability absolutely slaps, my friends, and let me tell you why. So the last draw is going to deal 2,387 damage. That's before attack stones to the main target, and then just a little bit less at 2,122 to all opponents on the field. Guys, this is going to deal up to 5% more damage for each status effect. Not helpful, not harmful, for every status effect on Donald Duck for a maximum up to 10. So that's going to bump that up by 50%. And my friends, if he's empowered, that's an additional 30, putting you at 80% damage, guys. I mean, this thing bumps up to some incredible damage. You can be down in the fight and come back just with this ability, as you can see on screen here. And then if that wasn't enough, when Daisy's on the field, she's going to immediately use that I have had it ability. Now, guess what? This is where it gets really fun. He does consume his empowered on this ability, but he's going to call his wife, or whatever we're calling her at this point, over, and she's going to be giving him back empowered with the I have had it ability, plus hitting 3 characters, the main target and the adjacents. So you guys are going to be pumping out some crazy damage with the Donald Duck, guys. Now, looking at his leadership, it is fun. However, without the speed meta, he does get kind of killed pretty fast. They just can't keep up with all the damage coming out from the opposing team by speed. So pretty good lead. 20% offense is absolutely ridiculous. However, you won't be using it in place of heroes most likely. And in general, guys, just before I get to Donald's ability priority, both of these characters, although very solid, don't really form as the complete solid just them attackers or offense units on your team. You want to back them up with some other characters like Elsa, Zerg, or really anybody. And Bubbles also works really great by giving Donald tons of helpful effects to work off of. Daisy can improve those. Of course, Bubbles works with the silence and all different other areas of the game, but I do like Bubbles paired with this, guys, as well. Let's go ahead and look at Donald's ability priority, guys, starting with put him up at level 2 and what's the big idea level 2 as well. Both of those are alpha abilities. Put him up level 3 will be the next one you want to get up. With short temper 2 and 3 immediately following that, you want to get those bonus stats as fast as possible on Donald, really bumping up his entire kit. He's got the health already. With all of his passive, he's going to get some great offense and defense to boot. He's got incredibly high defense, so slap on an additional 40%, and you've got yourself a statistical crazy Duck. And here are the rest of the abilities that you do want to upgrade on them, guys. This is the new dynamic duo, my friends. They're looking very solid. I'm excited to find out what teams they go with before we get the other Sensational 6 characters, which we don't know when that will be, but I'm excited to see Donald and Daisy continue to wreak havoc on the field. Excited to show them to you guys on the stream. Let me know down in the comments below. Are you excited to see that they do have some use? I know they're far off for a lot of you. The Hades challenge in Donald is absolutely ridiculous. We're going to get to Goofy on Saturday, my friends, but are you excited to have the Sensational 6 come to DSA? Let me know down in the comments below. Guys, I'm glad to be back making videos, hanging out with you guys, the best community. We're going to have some Disney videos that aren't DSA related coming to the channel pretty soon. Excited to get those out. And guys, and until next time, stay cozy, my friends.